You better be ready for this one. I stand on a hill above the Capitol at dusk. Cold wind cutting through the seams of my jacket. Flag snapping like a wounded wing on a broken mast. Sirens smear red across government glass towers. Screens glow in apartment blocks like captive moons, and every window flickers with curated illusions. My country breathes through machines now. Factory lungs, algorithmic pulse, synthetic speech. And I feel it stutter and choke, forget its own name. I taste metal in the air, dead and dead of dust. Children indoors under blue light skies. Streets mapped by drones that hum like hornets. I whisper prayers into exhaust haze, watching statues of forgotten men stare blind over plazas renamed for sponsors. I walk the avenues that raised me, but the storefronts speak foreign alphabets. Church doors chained, schools fenced in steel, public squares paved into surveillance grids. Neighbors don't meet eyes, they scroll, they stream, they swallow narratives. I shout warnings beside transit rails, voice cracking against commuter ties. Look up! This is engineered decline. They laugh, film me, tag me, call me insane. Throw words like stones, bigot, relic, even a threat. While my throat burns from unsaid grief, I see policy papers signed in distant rooms, bleed into boarded homes and empty mills. Every headline tastes a managed collapse. Night after night I map the fractures. Data centers where forests stood, food banks where markets died, labs patenting seeds that never belonged to them. I watch AI replace hands that built towns, automation hollowing paychecks into ghosts. I trace migration routes like fault lines, communities stretch past language and trust. In parliament feeds I hear rehearsed division, leaders selling fear by the ounce. I stand under rain, slick street lamps, reading history plaques of lost battles, thinking how surrender really looks like war. It looks like paperwork, budgets, polite applause, and still they call me mad for naming it. So I begin in basements, back rooms, barns, circles of faces lit by single bulbs. We trade truths without cameras present. Farmers, coders, teachers, veterans, clerks, all are here ready to fight. Maps spread over wooden tables, red threads tying ports to banks to media hubs. We print leaflets on rattling presses, ink staining hands like oath marks. Encrypted channels carry testimonies. Whistle echoes through fiber lines, murals bloom overnight on concrete walls. Flags restored, chains broken, eyes open. Oh, we train voices that cut through noise, teach neighbors our lives are engineered. A movement germinates under asphalt silence. They answer with ridicule first, then audits, raids, digital erasure. Accounts vanish, licenses freeze. Friends questioned at fluorescent desks, yet numbers swell in shadow networks. Food shared, funds pooled, routes secured. Convoys cross rural dark with supplies. Old radio towers crackle awake again. I speak in fields at dawn gatherings, dew on boots, banners and rising light. Tears still burn when I face the flag, but now they fall on many shoulders. We pledge not hatred, but repair, not vengeance, but truth restored. If they brand us outlaws for loving home, then history will judge the law. I no longer shout to be believed, build until belief becomes ground. The hill above the Capitol still waits. Wind fierce, banner scarred yet alive. Below, new fires kindled in windows. Not screens this time, but candles. Voices travel street to street without wires. The country is ready to inhale a deeper breath, and no collapse was scripted for us. We write another ending in stubborn ink. A people remembering themselves, standing where I once stood alone. Tears on the flag. Tears on the Tears on the flag. Tears on the You better be ready for this one. I stand on a hill above the Capitol at dusk.